C-dramas released in 2026 have quietly become the most interesting television being made right now. Not the most promoted. Not the most reviewed in English-language media. But the most interesting. While Netflix algorithms push the same 5 Korean dramas at everyone, China has been producing complex historical epics, emotionally precise romances, and political thrillers that go almost completely undiscussed in Western audiences. I have watched a lot of them this year. These are the ones that actually surprised me. I cover Asian television on this channel. I have been doing it long enough to know that the shows that get the algorithm push are rarely the shows that stay with you. This video is about the C-dramas from 2026 that the algorithm is not pushing. The ones being passed around by people who already watch everything. The numbers are starting to show what dedicated viewers have known for 3 years. C-drama viewership outside China grew 34% in 2025 and the growth is accelerating. The reason is simple, the production scale is extraordinary. A mid-tier Chinese historical drama has a costume and set budget that most Korean dramas cannot match at their peak. What took time to develop was writing that could support the visuals. In 2026, the writing has caught up. The best C-dramas this year are not spectacle with thin story. They are genuinely complex, emotionally demanding television that happens to look stunning. Palace intrigue C-dramas have been a genre staple for 20 years. Most of them follow a predictable arc: talented woman enters palace, survives politics, eventually triumphs. The best historical drama of 2026 so far takes that structure and makes it genuinely tragic. The protagonist does not want to triumph. She wants to survive without becoming what she needs to become to survive. The writing forces you to watch a character make compromises in slow motion, each one reasonable in context, each one making the next one necessary. By the midpoint of the season, the character who entered the story is not the character you are watching. It is devastating in a way that feels earned rather than manipulative. Watch the first 3 episodes and you will not stop. Modern C-drama romance has a reputation for melodrama and convenient plot devices. The best modern romance I have watched this year has neither. 2 characters in their late 20s, both with established careers, both with complicated histories, both skeptical of relationships, and a script that refuses to manufacture conflict out of misunderstandings. Every obstacle in this story comes from the characters themselves, from their genuine fears and genuine past experiences. When they finally choose each other, it is not because the plot ran out of obstacles. It is because they decided to. I watched 12 episodes in 2 days and I am not someone who usually does that. Most political dramas on streaming platforms sand off the edges to avoid controversy. The political thriller I am recommending here does not sand off the edges. It is a story about institutional corruption in a system that is nominally functioning, about the people inside institutions who know what is wrong and cannot or will not say it, and about what happens when someone decides to say it anyway. It is tense in a way that feels intelligent rather than manufactured. The antagonists are not cartoons. They are people who have convinced themselves that what they are doing is necessary. I have not seen a Chinese drama tackle this subject with this level of directness in several years. Not every great C-drama is a 40-episode prestige production. Some of the best television being made in China right now is in the 12 to 20-episode web drama format. These are faster, leaner, and often more willing to take creative risks than the flagship productions because the stakes are lower. The web drama I want to flag this year runs 14 episodes and tells a complete story with no filler. It starts with a premise you have heard before and it goes somewhere completely unexpected. If you have 3 hours and you want to understand why younger Chinese audiences are abandoning traditional broadcast drama for streaming originals, watch this. A note for people new to C-drama. The pacing is different from Korean drama. The first 2 to 4 episodes often feel slower than you expect. This is not a problem with the show. It is a different narrative rhythm, one that is investing in context that will pay off later. Give any C-drama I recommend at least 4 episodes before you decide it is not for you. Most people who bounce off C-drama in the first episode finish the series when they try again. The investment is real. So is the return. All 4 shows I mentioned today are available on either iQIYI, WeTV, or Netflix depending on your region. I will link what I can in the description. If you have been watching Korean dramas exclusively and you have never given Chinese drama a real chance, 2026 is the year to start. The gap in quality between the best C-dramas and the best K-dramas has closed. In some ways it has reversed. Subscribe if you want more recommendations like this. I cover the shows that are actually worth your time.